Blasting in the brains of these hoes and establishing a name as he goes. The passion and the flame is ignited. You can't put it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what the fuck that I'm talking about when we riot. You dealing with a few true villains who stand in.
Well, hello there. Please come in. Take a seat. Why don't you take a seat right there? Why don't you take a seat right there, right there? God damn it, how does he do that? Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Carnage, and that was my best Chris Hansen impression that I could do. Probably wasn't as great as probably not the best one. For some reason, I thought that fit the Halloween type of horror movie type of feel that has taken over me because of what is today is, as I'm doing this, it is Halloween, and yesterday I went and saw Paranormal Activity, which is probably one of the few movies, Paranormal Activity 3, my bad, which is probably one of the few movies that has actually made me, giving you like that scared feeling, like you feel like when you actually come home from the movie theater, you feel like someone's watching you. This is one of the few movies that's ever done that to me. What you guys are watching in the background is an 81-8 Domination gameplay with the M60 using lightweight, Hardened Pro, and Marathon Pro. This was during the going for the extra shoutout Sunday, which still no response on who's won yet. Still hopeful that I'll win, but you know what? It could always be someone else, and if it is, I mean, they deserve it. But yeah, so I actually accidentally had the grip on this game. Usually with an M60, and you don't use Slide Hand Pro, you want to just have it's probably best to have the big ammo if you can buy it, because if you're not gonna have a fast reload on something that takes 8 seconds to reload normally, why not just get rid of it and just make it so you don't ever have to reload? So that was my thinking. That's why I had a big ammo on it when I got 111 kills with it. But this is I had not changed it yet. I was still like kind of figuring out what should I use and when should I use it. But yeah, so Paranormal Activity 3 was kind of what I want to talk about, and my some Halloween stories I thought would be kind of a fitting type for. I mean, it's gonna go up November 1st, but some Halloween stories and Paranormal Activity I thought would be good for the day of Halloween. I'm doing this, and as I'm doing this, people are coming to my door, and I have some very interesting stories when it comes to kids and Halloween, but I'll get into that later. So Paranormal Activity 3 I went to see on Sunday, and by far it is the best of the three in my opinion. The special effects are best, the story's the best, the actors are very good. It's an all-around really good movie. And I think the number one thing, some people don't know this, actually probably I don't think I've ever told anyone this, because I mean I live in San Diego and I have a very, I'll say, small audience. The first Paranormal Activity was actually filmed at one of my friend's old house, and so that was kind of interesting. And you know, he used it as like as an idea to go and freak the fuck out of people, and to be like, yeah, I remember living in that house, and I'd go to sleep and I'd feel like someone was looking at me and breathing on me. And at that point, I think I was a sophomore or freshman at that time. I'm like, oh shit, and I just fucking shat my pants. That would scare the crap out of me. But that's kind of what Paranormal Activity 3 is about. It takes place in before, like when the first two movies are about when the two daughters are kids, are adults, and this one is when they are kids, and it's by far the best one because it has the most creepiest ways they get like attacked, has the most insane looking ending to a movie with how they have the main character die, and it's an all-around really good movie. It's scary. It's one of those movies for me. I've never really had any movies that like give me chills after the movie's been over, and like I get home and I'm looking over my shoulder to see if anything's around me. And this is one of the few movies that's ever done that to me. So that's how I thought that this was a good movie. The only other movie that had ever done that to me was The Hills Have Eyes, and that movie was just fucking freaky. Like, not even like scary as in like as in horror. That's just fucking creepy. Like just the way the whole movie. I just want to get into it. I don't want to be like, is there someone around me now or something like that? But yeah, on to some Halloween stories. A couple years ago, I was a freshman. Actually, no. It was 4 years ago. My bad. I was in eighth grade. It was one of the few years as a kid I decided not to go out. Trick or treating. I was like, you know what? The last couple of years haven't been all that fun. I think I'm just gonna stay home this year, just not go. And so what happened is, of course, I picked the year that I have all the brat of kids come out, and kids, you know, like younglings, don't really know the concept of manners, but I feel like some kids should know just certain things. Like, okay, so we give out, my family gives out like 3 to 4 pieces of like pretty good sized candy to each person. And so many, I had, I think, a group of 10 people all had the balls to say, is that it or do we get any more? I was ready to fucking just like, I was like, yeah, you're about to get a fucking side of my baseball bat if you don't get the fuck off my yard. I just gave you 4 pieces of candy each, and there's 10 of you. I pretty much just gave you guys a full bag of candy, and now you're gonna ask for more? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking kids these days. And then 2 years ago, the same thing happens, but it was with 20 different, no, it was like 4 or 5 groups of people in a row, all in groups like 3 or 4. 4 or 5 groups in a row did the same thing. It's like, what the fuck is happening? I mean, why is 4 pieces of candy not enough? Am I considered Jewish for giving only 4 pieces of candy away? I'm sorry, that was really that was a little too far, but guys, you get the point what I'm trying to say. I don't have anything against Jewish people. My mom is actually Jewish, so yeah, those are my Halloween stories. It's just I've almost come to start hating like the time of the year, because it's like, it's not really a national holiday. I mean, it's for anyone who's like 13 and younger. It's freaking the biggest. It's right up there with Christmas. For anyone else, it's like this time of year again. And then you got the jackasses who don't even like give out candy. It's not even like it's only like Christians celebrate. It's like, my area has a lot of Asians that live around it. It's always them that like are never like always, oh, we no celebrate, sorry. That was a bad Asian accent, I'm sorry. Hello, we no celebrate Halloween. And like, really? Just leave a damn bowl out then. I mean, just leave a bowl with some candy. If people take extra, then whatever. But literally, you don't celebrate, you're an American. Or at least you live in this country. You might as well abide by some of the rules. It reminds me of that one politician who was like, this is America. If you want to live here, learn the language. Like, that's not racist at all. But yeah. So those are my Halloween stories and Paranormal Activity. All around though, I think you should go see Paranormal Activity 3. Very, very, very creepy and good movie. Probably up there in probably my top 3, definitely up there in my top 3 horror movies. Which leads to my comment question that I would like some of you guys to answer. I know I'm probably going to get a max of maybe 10 comments on this video, but if 1 or 2 people at least answer, fine with that. My question is, what is your favorite horror movie of all time? And favorite can be creepiest, it can be most thrilling, whichever one made you scared for the longest, whichever one gave you most nightmares, whichever ones you don't ever want to talk about. Whatever you decide is favorite, let me know. I'm very interested to find out. I mean, it's Halloween. It's the time of year where creepiness stuff comes out. Oh, actually, I'll explain one more story. So this year I went with a couple of friends to Six Flags for one of my friends' birthdays, and it was during was on the weekend in 2 weeks ago. And on the weekends, they do this thing called Fright Night, where they have people literally spend 4 or 5 hours dressed and getting makeup on to make them literally look like legitimate, like Hollywood actor type of costumes for their zombies and stuff like that. And they were so good. It was almost like they were done so well, you almost felt like you were in a horror movie. And what was funny was, we went through this one area where there was this girl that was not even being like an actual zombie. She was like running around barking at people. And she did it to one of my friends, and he wasn't paying attention, and he literally jumped up in the air as she did it to him, and jumped and hit my other friend and like landed on him. It was so funny that he was like scared shitless just by this little girl that went and barked. But it was all around Fright Night. Definitely another thing to go look at. It's one of the greatest places I can think of. It's one of those places like it kept for at least the first 30 or 45 minutes. I kept looking over my shoulder about every 5 seconds just to make sure I wasn't like had someone sneaking up on us. One of our friends was so scared. He's like, check our 6, check our 6. I was like, I got it. Don't worry, we're good. But yeah, those are my Halloween stories, Paranormal Activity 3, that kind of stuff. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a like rating. If you didn't, let me know why. And with that being said, guys, I'll see y'all later.